So on March 29th, I weighed 199.6 pounds. That was the most that I've ever weighed. And from that point on, I made a decision that I only want to lose weight. Like, I cannot gain any more weight. Since I've made that decision, it's been about 3 months. I have lost the weight. I'm at 47 pounds. I'm almost at 50. By the time this video goes up, I will be at 50. So if you want to know what I did and how I did it, please stay tuned. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In case you couldn't tell by the title, this is how I lost 50 pounds during quarantine. Just a quick disclaimer before I start, I'm not a doctor or a nutritionalist. This is just what worked for me. It may not work for you, so I encourage you to do your research, see if it fits with your lifestyle, talk to your doctor. Anyways, this is, before I start the video, I am going to do a little backstory. So if you do want to skip to how exactly I lost the weight, I will leave a timestamp down below. So first I'm going to talk about how I got so big, how I gained so much weight. So I've always been around 180. Like ever since I was 16, I've been 180. That's been my number. But it didn't show. Like my weight would fluctuate between 180, I was able to lose, and I went down to 160, and it wouldn't show. Like I would still look how I looked at 180. So when I was 16, I was working at McDonald's, and you get one meal a day for your break, and I was eating salads. And I was doing what I was doing back then. I just didn't know it, eating one meal a day. And I ended up losing 20 pounds. Then, I left that job. I gained back the weight. I've just been 180, maybe steady now for 4 or 5 years. Then I had gotten a job at a dealership. And at a dealership, it's like two things to talk about: cars and food. And then I got into some bad habits. As well. Like, I started eating whenever I saw people eating. I wasn't hungry. Like, I would just eat when I saw people eating. Like, I would see people eating, I'd be like, oh, it's time for me to eat now. Even though I just ate an hour ago, I want to eat again. I would eat out of boredom. And I have a big sweet tooth. Like, if I'm eating something, I needed something sweet after. Like, if I was eating chicken tenders and fries, I needed a milkshake. If I was eating, like, Applebee's 2 for $20, I needed the fudge brownie after. Like, I can never just have regular food. I need something sweet after. That was a problem. So I noticed I started to gain weight when I would put my clothes on. Like, I carry most of my weight in my bottom part. Like, my stomach has always been generally flat up until this point. So, like, my thighs were huge though. My thighs and my bottom were huge. But it was at this point where I started putting my shirts on, like button up shirts and stuff, and the arms would be tight, and I'm like, what? Like, I used to wear small, medium, and tops. Now at this point I have to buy large and extra large. Like, everything I buy, I have to be like, is it gonna fit my arms? Like, I'm worried now. I don't know. And that's when I was like, okay, I don't like this. Like, something needs to change, because I'm wearing the shirt and the arms fit, and the whole, like, this whole piece is just hanging and big. So that's when I realized that I was getting heavy. And eventually I became self-conscious. Like, during the whole 2019 winter, I just started to wear like big baggy clothes, like big sweaters, plaid shirts, like big ones though. And I just became really self-conscious about my body. Like, I used to be like a crop tops, high-waisted jeans kind of girl, and then I just transformed into like a frumpy person, like a completely different person. And then I got to the point where the whole coronavirus thing happened, and I was like out of work. I didn't know how long I was gonna be out of work, but it was like, I think a week since it has started, and I was like, okay, Natasha, you have an opportunity now. Like, you cannot get any bigger. That's it. Like, you cannot get any bigger. And I was like, okay, well, what am I gonna do? I don't know. Like, I had to think of something. And I've tried intermittent fasting, like 16/8. I've tried going vegan. I've tried a lot of things that didn't work for me in the past. I used to be one of those people, like, I'll work out and then I'll go eat whatever I want because I worked out. And that's just like one step forward and two steps back. Like, I would go to the gym and then I would go to Smash Burger right after. But at this point, I just decided like I need to make a change. So I don't remember where I came up with the idea to do this. Like, I believe I did come up, so I came up with the idea to do this on my own. I didn't know it was a thing, but of course I don't know anything, so I looked up like, is it healthy, is it a thing? It turns out it is a thing. So it's called Omad, 1 meal a day, and that's what I started to do. First I was worried about, am I gonna get all the nutrients that I need? And you know, Reddit, the Omad thread on Reddit was really helpful to me. I followed that thread. What I did was I just like read what people do. I seen a lot of progress pictures, and that really motivated me too. That's why I ended up making a Reddit account and following the thread. But you know, people were saying you eat 5 meals a day and you still don't get the nutrients you need. So what are you really saying? And I was like, that's so true, because like my meal would be like a milkshake for breakfast, some IHOP for lunch, ice cream for dinner. Like, it was all over the place. So at this point I said, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this, right? But I don't know if I could actually do it. I just went into it though. Like, I didn't start with 2 meals a day. I just started 1 meal a day. I remember my first day I just had like ramen noodles with some butter and the seasoning packet, you know. And I was like, this isn't as bad as I thought it would be. And from there on I just started doing Omad. There's probably been maybe this whole 3 months, maybe like 6 or 7 days where I've deviated from Omad. There's been days where I've just water fasted, but like days where I ate more than once, maybe 6 or 7 throughout these whole 3 months. I also started working out. Like, the gyms were closed. I started doing some at-home workouts. I can make a separate video about what I do if anybody's interested. I started doing some at-home workouts. I started walking. I started walking at least 3 miles a day. So me, I could get the 3 miles in an hour. So it's an hour a day. It's very easy. I also do these walk with me at home videos. The woman's name is Leslie. I don't know her last name, but I will link it down below, because those are really helpful. Because I started back when it was like cold outside still. It was raining. The weather was so. So I would watch those videos, and I would walk at home. And for somebody who, if you don't want to go outside, you can just do those videos. They are very helpful. You get a little cardio in. She does what is the word? It's not just walking in place, long story short. Like, she does other exercises, incorporates other things. Just stay active. Like, you don't have to go hard. Like, you could do minimal exercise and still get this done. Like for example, my boyfriend and me have 2 different lifestyles. His lifestyle is less active. He's on Omad too, and he still lost a significant amount of weight. I started incorporating drinking lemon water 3 times a day. I drink it when I wake up. I drink it after I eat my first meal, my only meal, and I drink it right before I go to bed. And I find that helps keep me replenished throughout the day. It also curbs my appetite, and it's just very refreshing. Like, just lemon iced water, that's it, nothing else. I don't drink sugary drinks. Some people who Omad do drink black coffee in the mornings. I'm not really big on caffeine, so I don't do that. So a regular day for me looks like I just wake up, have my lemon water, have my 1 meal, have my lemon water again, have my lemon water again before I go to bed. When I first started, I did struggle a little, so I would drink tea throughout the day, just herbal tea. No, like, don't add milk, don't add sugar, just putting the tea bag in, water, that's it. Like, if you struggle, that's what I started doing when I first started, because I would really struggle throughout the day just to eat my 1 meal. Now the meals can be anything you want to be. Like I said, my first meal was ramen noodles. I do try to go on Pinterest and find healthy recipes, but honestly, your meal could be pizza. You're not gonna see as much progress if you're eating pizza like every day for a week straight, but that's the concept essentially. Oh, also, I bought a jump rope, and I did the jump rope challenge where you start at 300 and you add 100 every day till you get to 1600. That's really good at burning fat, I found. I still jump rope here and there, but it's just been so hot recently, and I can only jump outside of my house, and I haven't been able to take it. But I will start that back up again. Initially, my goal was 150, and now that I'm at 150, I am really like significantly smaller, but I'm still overweight. like there's categories. I went from being obese to overweight. Now I'm overweight. The acceptable range for me, I'm 5'2", 21 years old. It would be around 135, I think. So I think I do want to go to 140. And the reason my original, I would have been happy at 160, but I chose 150 because I know everybody gains, most people gain back weight after you lose it. So my plan was, okay, if I go at 160 and I gain back the weight and I'm like at 165, that's almost 170 in my mind. So I need to be below that. So if I gain it and I'm at 155, I can catch myself before I get to 160. So now that I'm at 150, I really am happy with how I look and how I feel, how my clothes fit. But since 150 is my goal, I would like to go down to 140 just in case, like, I don't want to gain the weight back. And my plan is, once I do get down to 140, I am going to continue to do Omad because, like, the side effects, not like side effects in a negative way, like the benefits, like, it's much more affordable than having to worry about 3 meals a day, number one. Number two, I am so much more conscious about what I'm putting into my body. So like I said, for your 1 meal a day, you can have pizza, but you have to think, like, is this really gonna give me energy? Is this gonna fuel my body for the rest of the day? Like, doing Omad definitely made me more conscious about what I'm putting into my body. Like, I want a well-rounded plate. Like, I want my proteins, I want my carbs. Don't need the carbs, but I want the carbs, you know? But it really will make you more conscious about what you're eating. Like, I noticed I think so much clearer. A lot of people say that, like, when you fast, you just think so much clearer. Like, your head is not really polluted with, like, food, number one. Number two, like, I noticed my appetite has gotten smaller. Like, there's been days where I'll take, like, a big plate with food because I'm like, I'm eating 1 meal a day. I need to eat a lot, and I'll, like, only touch, like, this much food, and I can't eat anymore. Like, genuinely full. And the Omad, you can pick any time to eat. My time used to be 3 o'clock, but then I started eating with my boyfriend, so he eats earlier on in the day, so I moved it up to 12. I just don't recommend anything too late, like anything after like 5. I wouldn't recommend. You can do it if it works with your lifestyle, but I wouldn't eat too late in the day, and I wouldn't eat too early in the day either. You can if you want to though. Also, I have an inspiration board that I printed out. I will put a picture of it in the video. But on that, I just have some stuff that I printed out, clipped out, like to encourage myself, to educate me on Omad, show me the guidelines, show me the rules. I also have this countdown chart that I got from this website. I think it's called Meal Planning Mommies. It's basically like a website for mothers who want to lose weight, but anybody can use it. So they do have up to 100 pounds, I think, or maybe 70, but it was very helpful and motivating seeing, like, just marking off the numbers. Hey everybody, so this is the board that I was talking about. This is my countdown chart right here, where I just mark off the pounds as I lose them. This was my rewards, but I didn't get to do most of these because of the pandemic. Everything started closing down. I started at 199, but I wrote down 188, but this is my goal. These are some quotes that I look at. This is my lemon water that I was telling you guys about. This was a comment that I seen somewhere on YouTube and I just found it really motivating. And then this is the basic principle for Omad. I usually stick to 1,000 through 1,200 calories per day. My meal is at 12. I do drink a lot of water throughout the day and I do exercise. So that's basically it. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.